Stadium lights glisten like disco balls. Quarterback flows dodging D-line walls. End zone dreams in the hearts of teams. Hustle on the field, ain't no in-betweens. As the football spirals, fate unravels. Heartbeats sink, players travel. Grind don't stop, whistle blows echo. Field warriors, the heroes echo. Cleats dig deep, turf beneath. Receivers leap like a midnight thief. Touchdown dances, crowd entrances, game time magic, endless chance. As the football spirals, fate unravels, heartbeats sink, players travel, grind don't stop, whistle blows echo, field warriors, the heroes echo. Coaches with plans, plays drawn in sand, grit and sweat, team tighter than a band. Hail Mary hopes, defenders in scopes, victory's a taste, better than a rope. Cheers rain loud, pride in the crowd, moments freeze, memories avowed. Helmet to helmet, clash and conquer, legends born, others left to ponder. As the football spirals, fate unravels, heartbeats sink, players travel, grind don't stop, whistle blows echo, field warriors, the heroes echo. Dig deep, turf beneath, receivers leap like a midnight thief. Touchdown dances, crowd entrances, game time magic, endless chance. As the football spirals, fate unravels, heartbeats sink, players travel, grind don't stop, whistle blows echo, field warriors, the heroes echo. Coaches with plans, plays drawn in sand, grit and sweat, team tighter than a band. Hail Mary hopes, defenders in scopes, victory's a taste, better than a rope.
Hello, and welcome to As the Football Spirals. Ready for a fun-filled show today. We have a lot on the agenda, and just so you guys know, I'm John Fassetti, and we're here with John Frazier, and bringing football to you weekly, and pretty excited about what's going forward, what's going on today. We have a lot of stuff to talk about the league, and super excited about the launch of the summer schedule for summer teams. So, Frazier, how you doing?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man.
I'm not doing good. I'll be honest with you, I'm not.
Oh, no, what's up?
Allergies, bro. Pollen season.
Dude, it's awful. I can't even breathe right now.
I'm struggling. Like, I need, the little portable oxygen thing you have?
Yeah.
I need that right now. That's literally, that would save my life.
Yeah. Just want to let everybody know I finally buckled and got a 4K or 8K, whatever K. I don't know, 4 or 8. How do I tell? I got an expensive camera.
4K,
so
4K webcam.
Just 4K webcam. Yeah. So I don't need to I'm not going to be running out of battery or having people call me or weird things showing up in my.
But you're starting to clip.
I'm starting to clip.
Your mic is starting to clip.
Well, it could be all these people messaging me right now. So I don't know.
There's only one person.
No, I'm getting a bunch of Facebook messages right now. It's like, stop it. So, but I'm right next to the mic. I can't get closer. So
yeah, back up. Sit back in the chair. Man.
Oh, sit back. Oh, I thought you meant. All right, hold on. Let me get comfortable. There we go. All right,
there you go.
There we go. Nice. So I was too close to the mic. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, you're too close to the mic.
All right, cool. What would I do without you, man? So seriously, you're like.
It's been a while. I'm probably better than Stage 5 at this point in some respects.
Right?
In some respects.
In some respects. So, yeah. So, like I said, I'm excited.
Tire on my gut. Oh, you can see the tire right here. You see that tire?
That's why I cut it off. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you can't. You can see it. I think you can see it in the picture.
I can bring down a little bit, but yeah. I thought I would switch the studio today. I figure we'll go back to like kind of this here and just get my trophy room in the back here, my little football thing on my light switch right here. I have my Stage 5 bought me that, so
shout out to Stage 5.
Yeah, I got my favorite picture right here, better than my wedding picture. So first championship. So
I say that.
yeah, right. But yeah, guys, we want to hear from you. Let's chat. We have a lot of stuff to put into this podcast. I want to try to get to as much as possible. A lot of drama this week. Spring season is kind of rolling to an end, and getting to the playoffs. It's been pretty exciting to see what we have for the playoff picture. We also have just a bunch of stuff like I said, spring playoffs, summer to kick off shortly. We have a full schedule for them that we're going to release tonight for the players. So, players, if you want to see
the schedule release,
yeah, I'm going to release the schedule tonight. I wasn't going to, but I got all the flyers made in time, so now we can do it.
Nice.
So, also want to talk
on here like one by one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I do want to talk about King of the Spring because we have a lot of things to this, and man, being a commissioner, my phone's blowing up right now. So if you guys are watching the podcast, you do this on purpose, trying to message me. I don't know how to shut my Facebook Messenger off of my computer here, so I have to figure that out.
I don't know how
it's just like I'm not even on Facebook. It's just popping up. How do I? There's a bit like a snooze button. Here we go. Turn off notifications. All right, perfect. All right, here we go. I'm like, what's going on right now?
I can't even do this.
Oh man. So yes, I do want to talk a little bit. I know last time we chatted it was the NFL draft, and we're like, yeah, Shador's going. Shador's going to play one.
You want to start with the drama because the drama in the league is crazy, bro. Like I'm just seeing the form is going nutty.
Absolutely, it's
so.
Well, what do you think?
I just want to start and see what's going on. You know what I mean? I'm the outside guy looking in. So fill me in as the commissioner. From your perspective, what is the drama? What's going on? Because it's all over the place. People fighting, refs getting fought, players fighting in parking lots. I was like, what?
It's
the Ducks getting shut out. Shout out to the Cardinals.
It's been an insane week. The games have been amazing. The Warhawks and Bulldogs game, one of the amazing game. It's the other boneheads that are ruining it for the league. So you want to stop there?
The game was good.
Game was amazing. Back and forth. Yeah. It was. Let's talk about Batch. Like Batchelder is
bounce back week.
He's
bounce back.
Yeah. Like you think about that, you're like, he kind of dipped down some bad interceptions, but people can have bad games. Every single King of the Spring has had a bad game.
Everybody.
So,
but again, I just have to say, Bat, shout out to you, my guy. For where you were last week to where you are this week, you've elevated yourself. Not quite number one in my book, but the Warhawks coming back and do what they did after coming off the loss which was a spectacular loss in my book. You know what I mean? Like losing to the Ducks who had to travel too. That's traveling to New Hampshire.
Yeah.
To get that done. I think that said a lot. But to bounce back this week, put your team in a position to win. Obviously, everybody else played, but the quarterback always gets the credit. You know what I mean? So we're going to leave it at that.
Yeah, awesome. And he's been just impressive every single week. So, shout out to the Warhawks for a bounce back game. I do want to talk about, I came out here a couple of weeks ago talking about how players need to be more respectful, really just limiting the banter from the sidelines onto the field and field to the sidelines. And like, they didn't. And it went on both sides of that ball. And I watched some of the film. And you have, Choice who does what he does, tries to get in people's heads and just, chirps all game long, talking to the sideline. Same thing. Cologne was doing the same thing. And
I'm gonna say Choice is like the Draymond Green of our league.
Right?
Player, really good player. But my man is like the Dre, just straight up, will be in your grill.
And if it's just if he kept it in the lines, not outside the lines, that's the stuff that I don't like. Like I don't care. You talk to the guy in front of you or whatever after the plays, but don't turn to the sidelines. Start talking to the sidelines. And I'm going to talk to both officials, and we're going to both official crews and everything. And we're going to make sure that talking to the sidelines will be a taunting penalty, just like it is in the NCAA. And 2 of those you get suspended. You get kicked out of the game.
You can't yell across the field at somebody else.
Yeah, you can't be taunting the bench, and the bench also can't be taunting the players either. So,
all right.
Yep.
All
so we got to reel this in because because that led to what happened in the parking lot, and so just so everybody knows, a player put his hands on the official. It's in our rule book. Any player puts their hands on the official, you're out of the league. Simple as that. Like indefinite suspension. Unfortunately, it was a great player for the Bulldogs that did it, and I feel the Bulldogs have been having a hell of a season. And but a player does that, I have to abide by the rules. Then that led to the same player outside in the parking lot was
chirping.
Yeah, so kind of had a little thing out there, and it's unfortunate, but it is is what it is. So we can't be having that as a league. We got to be respectful. You guys got to know we all got to work on Monday. Well, hopefully everybody works on Monday, and you can't be doing that stuff. So that's as a commissioner, we got to clean that up. We can't be having that anymore. So, but
I'm just saying, listen, man. I get football. I get everybody gets heated. I get everybody's fired up, but you have to know that you got to turn that switch off once the game is over. You know what I mean? I hate everybody between the lines. I'm probably gonna see a lot of people this season who I don't like or I like in between the lines. Yo, bro, don't talk to me. We're not friends. After the game, you're my boy. You have to be able to mentally, and that's that to me is being a responsible young man, because you're not only showing that to yourself, to your team, you're representing your community, you're representing a lot of other people that don't know. And if it ever spreads, you become that person. Don't be that guy. Don't be the guy you get made an example of. Don't be that guy. Just don't be that guy. But hey, it is what it is.
That it is. But the game itself was overshadowed by that. The game was who's fake? I don't know if they're calling you fake or me fake, but somebody's fake, Tim.
Tim is.
He's always nice regardless. Yeah, he played with us down in the Sunshine Bowl. Or whatever bowl that was in Florida. He was one of the linemen. I think he wore 58. Yeah, he plays for the Cardinals.
Tim, I'll see you, my boy.
What's that?
My boy. Yeah, I come see him.
Yeah, hold on.
Not right now. Not right now when I have allergies running through my body. I can't breathe.
Dude, so bad. It's the same thing here. I was like, it can't just be me. Down in Florida, Tim. So the game itself was a great game. Warhawks came out. They won 30-24. What an amazing game. I thought it was just a back and forth. Bulldogs prove that they can hang with the top teams in the league. So yeah, it's been really good to watch them progress throughout the season. And like I said, Cologne is a beast. They have some really, really talented players in that team. So what else do we want to talk about?
I mean, let's get to the game of the game, bro. I'm waiting to get to this game.
Let's
not
talk
the drama of what happened. I'm down for the drama of what happened.
Ooh.
But let's talk the game that I could not believe was a game that took place. I want
high scoring.
I want to know just somebody on this live that plays with the Ducks. I'll let your boy. Because, man, I was thinking it was going to be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. At least coming off of last week. If everybody didn't show up, I don't know. Quarterback didn't show up, I don't know. Lineman didn't show up, I don't know. Or I just got to look at the Cardinals and be like, them boys said, hey, not today. Not today. Defense played, you have a shutout. Absolute shutout. I mean, defense played light out, man. You have to play lights out. What? Box?
Yeah, I know what box is, but Some language crash.
Oh,
Come on,
everybody
man.
was there.
They were
Everybody
there.
was there. Okay.
So the Cardinals defense, you have the Cardinals and you have the Falcons, who probably have the two best defenses in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They've been, and the stats show, they are dominant on both ends of the ball.
Oh. The T's popping in right now. I'm reading it as it goes right now. Listen, everybody
Yep.
showed up.
Yeah.
Everybody
And
got
they had
strapped up.
chemo too, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Did not know that, but what I heard, unfortunately, there's no film in that game. What I heard was the Ducks turned the ball over 7 times,
Yeah, I heard that too.
but the Cardinals only scored 17 points.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't care who you are, what you are. If you have those two cats, you have Dutchie and Keem on the team, and they can't score, I'm gonna say you have probably right now that week you have the best defense. Like the whole team showed up. I know Crash was eating. Crash, you want to hear it?
Do you know what I love seeing with Crash is I coached Crash 4 or 5 years ago, and just his maturity level and how he's gotten better. I gotta see. Whew, hold on.
I feel you.
If you holy crap, these allergies, man, are killing me.
I feel you.
I had to grab the mute button real quick, but I didn't hit it. That's why I was holding my sneeze in. But Crash has been growing so much every single year, and I love seeing that. And dude, like I love you, man. So keep doing your thing.
We played. The Admirals played him. I think he played for the Shamrocks. I want to say Shamrocks.
Crash did. Yeah.
I was like, yo, all right, my guy. All right.
Yeah. And you had a pick.
Crash had a pick too.
Yep.
Yeah,
So yeah,
he was balling.
You have the motor, dude.
He's
Keep it going.
Man, it's how much did you try to take him out of the game on defense? Because I know you couldn't have taken the man. You cannot take him out of defense when he's hot.
So I don't know who's delusional, Dutchy. Talk about myself.
He's saying
Delusional,
about
or the guys here. Falcons stay at 6 after playing Warhawks and Ducks. So do the Falcons stay at 6 point probably? So
6 ways. They move up.
No, 6 points. They've only got up 6 points. I think that's what he's talking about. Crash went crazy, he said. So take the win, move on,
Definitely
bro.
crazy. Definitely went nuts.
So
he had a pick. He went nuts. He's all over the place.
So the other thing is, it's very interesting to see the playoff situation now. So that game, the Cardinals, the reason why they played and dominated was they knew that if they lost that game, there was potential that they would lose a playoff spot. Potential that they could have lost if they were 4-3. The Bulldogs most likely be 4-3 now, and the Ducks will most likely be 4-3 now. Now, if they both tie 4-3, Ducks lost to the Bulldogs. Bulldogs gets that 4th seed. So Bulldogs have to beat the Falcons to jump into the playoffs.
Ooh.
Pretty crazy, right?
That's nutty.
That's what I'm talking about. This is absolutely amazing end of the season for the spring, and there's every team's the teams are great, and I'm telling you, the team that has had the best progression is probably the Bruins, and they're right there. If they can get an offense, their defense, they have a great old line. The Bruins are going to cause some damage, and that's going to lead to what's called the Zenith Bowl. Zenith Bowl is the teams that aren't in. So team number 5 will have a bye week, and then 6 will play 7 for the chance to play for the Zenith Bowl. So right now, as it looks, it's going to be either Bulldogs and Ducks at that 5 spot, and then the Zenith that will have the Chargers and Bruins will play, and the winner of that will play the Ducks or the Bulldogs for the Zenith Bowl. As for number 1 and 2, so the Cardinals are locked at number 3. Cardinals can't go to 4. They're locked at number 3. So if the Warhawks, the Warhawks and the Falcons, Falcons number 1, Warhawks number 2. You know what? Let me pull up the standings. I can do that, can't I?
Please do, because I'm
I'm probably losing you right here, huh? So
I normally have 6 different things running at the same time, including you.
Yeah, let me pull up the standings so we can see this. Yeah,
Back to big screen.
and I'll pull this up. But yeah, it's just been an amazing season for spring. And
multiple screens in this life, I don't know.
what's that? I lost you. What'd you say? You there, Frazier?
What? What'd you say?
Oh, I didn't hear what you said. You there?
You're breaking up though.
But so what did you say?
Slow down with the audio, my guy.
What did you say?
Oh, I said thank God for multiple screens. So I can go over here and look at.
So that's kind of like a who's on first thing we just did. Hopefully you guys like that. What? Let me make this smaller here. All right, so I'm going to pull up the standings here. If I can find where they are. What's really cool is you can just like take pictures of the screen, drop it in here. It's so easy. Like I love this thing. I'm so happy that you turned me on to this. And I'm also wondering if I'm on Facebook. Do you know if we're live on Facebook?
We're live on Facebook, yes. That's
we are? Cool.
Dude, everybody's messaging us on Facebook Messenger.
I know.
How do you not?
Did I say Facebook? I meant YouTube. I meant YouTube, my bad.
Oh, YouTube. I don't know about YouTube.
Yeah. Speaking of YouTube, my ADD just kicked in for a second, but while I get this up.
What's up, Connor?
I was on YouTube.
So you got CT right now. The way you
Hold
have
on.
it is CT. Okay.
There we go.
I'll let you look at yourself.
How about that right there? So Falcons are 5-0. You got the screen here? We got the
I have the same thing you have,
Warhawks at 5-1.
Yeah.
East Coast Cardinals at 4-2. Rhode Island Ducks at 4-2. Right. So the Bulldogs are 4-3. They're done for the season. They have not done for, but they have no more games right now. So they're going to finish the season at 4-3. You have the Ducks. If they lose to the Falcons, then Ducks get the 4th seed. Falcons will have the game against the Warhawks. I think it's the last game of the season. That will determine the 1 seed regardless. If they win or lose, that's going to be the determination for the 1 seed. So Cardinals can't go to 2 because they lost to both the Warhawks and the Falcons. So if the Ducks win, Ducks are in the playoffs. If did I explain that okay? If the Ducks lose, the Bulldogs jump into the 4th spot.
So what game is this week? Hold on. 1 second.
What games are this week? It's the Chargers versus the Bruins and the Ducks Falcons. The Ducks Falcons is a game to watch. I love how you just disappear in the ether. Love that. So there's a lot to unpack, a lot to talk about this end of the season. So that's let's see if we are anybody messaging us here. So I fail at Falcons Ducks. Ducks got to win to stay in. Yep. So it's going to be they're playing another tough defense. So if they can see how it goes and if they can score, put up the points, and they're playing, I believe, in Connecticut.
Yeah, it's in Connecticut.
Yep.
Same field. We have it play deep. From here, it's like an hour and a half.
They're actually at Pal. Oh no, not Pal. They're at they're at Pal Field. So
yeah, I played that field. It's like an hour and a half from here.
Yeah, not too bad. That's good. I know somebody asked, just score 20 points for me. Menace says, QB work this. Man, these allergies, man, are killing me. So,
bro, I'm trying to breathe right now.
It's like, what's going on? Man. So I got some water here. Man, this has been brutal. QB work. So Lou Gonzalez, I don't know how many picks. Hey, what happened? How are the 7 turnovers, Menace, since you're on here? What would you say with the turnovers and stuff? How did it happen? I know there's a couple picks,
like
but
5. Somebody said it was 5, but I know it was 5 picks apparently.
5 picks, 2 fumbles, or was there really 7? And if there was really 7, why'd you guys only score those points? I mean, 7 turnovers is crazy. So I don't know if it was really 7. That's what I was told through the grapevine. So,
That's diabolical.
Factor, I don't think you really want to help you. Man, too many people messaging me right now. I'm keeping up. 5 interceptions they threw. Wow.
5 intos.
Wow. Lou Gonzalez. I wonder if he was trying to make too much happen. 5 turnovers total. All right.
Trying to do too much. 5,
Did
though.
did the Cardinals turn the ball over? So
That's diabolical.
yeah, that's just tough because the Cardinals, I think they still have Junior Brown at QB, and he can be 4 picks and a fumble and 2 downs. Damn. So yeah, 6 turnovers. That's crazy.
Oof.
So fumbles. Yeah. So sloppiness. How special teams going? Because we should get Menace on here. Yeah, we should bring him on board.
You know what I love about this chat right now?
What's that?
This chat is really between people that are like my boys, like Menace and Dutchy's just going back and forth. I don't know why I love it. I'm looking at this smiling like a little kid, like, yo, this is lit. This is exactly what I need. Yeah, Dutchy's tight though. Dutchy's definitely tight.
Dutchy, how many touchdowns you get?
I feel you, bro. I feel you. I'll be tight too.
So 2 weeks ago, Dutchy was like, "That's my Jim. That's my king of the spring. That's my king of the spring." He comes out and lays an egg. It's that stuff can't happen. I know it takes a team as a QB.
Yeah, you got to get the man the ball though. Like,
What I
mean? Come on.
Yeah. So 5 interceptions seems like were they trying too much to give him the ball? I mean, I don't have film. I can't see what happened. So we took the specials
the crazy
away.
Thing, I think we said this a couple weeks ago, right? That
Yeah.
the team that's starting to trend is generally the team you don't want to look at. You don't want to face that team.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The team that's starting to win at the right moment, that's what the Cardinals are doing, bro. They started out horrendous for them.
Well,
and all of a sudden they start putting it together.
I wouldn't say horrendous.
It's not bad. Dude, listen, versus expectation and reality, I essentially had them doing what the Falcons are doing right now. That was I'm gonna be honest with you. Coming off the hype, the players, the team, if we put that squad on paper, that squad is going all the way undefeated, putting up 30 each game. So
you
now
lose
to see,
but there's only 11 at a time go on the field.
John, you get my point. Don't play with me. You get my point.
I was being a coach.
When they stumbled out the gate, I was like, yo, what? They stumbled again. I was like, yo, what? And now they're starting to get hot. Hey, man, that's a team to watch out for.
Yeah.
The collision course between these teams are going to be, this is going to be bad. It's going to be good. But I'm looking forward to see what the Cardinals can do, though. I'm really looking forward to see what they can do, especially in these playoffs.
Yeah.
See what happens.
It's going to be a really, this game against the Falcons is going to be an epic game. So watching the Falcons take on the Ducks, where you have the best defense versus the best offense, in my opinion, and the I think they've only had 6 points all year, the Falcons. So having them play the Ducks, who average 30-something points a game, it's going to be interesting.
They've given up 6. Yeah, they've given up 6 points all year.
6 points, yeah. Get that back. 2-point loss, exactly.
Oh,
like I saw, I've been watching you guys. You had a 2-point loss against the Warhawks in 4 overtimes in freezing cold weather. They drove to Connecticut and lost by a safety, another 2-point loss to the Falcons.
All right. I'm not saying that. Listen. I'll be honest with you.
I'm listening.
Like in every time you go, for example, right? On paper, the Boston Celtics should be the best team in the East. On paper.
Yeah.
They're not. Right? Nobody expected the Cleveland Cavaliers to come out balling like they're balling. It's just, wait, what? Don't expect it. For me personally, knowing the roster of the Cardinals, knowing these dudes, and then seeing how they kind of like tripped over themselves coming out, for me, I was like, what? This don't even make sense. Like 2-0, lost by safety. Like the discipline, the players, the ownership of the Cardinals, my expectations were a lot higher for them. Take that with a grain of salt as you want to. Menace, 100%. My expectations were high. Yes, I know they're going to the finals. I know they're going to go. But hear me out. My expectation based on who they were on paper was high. So when they drove the CT, I'm like, this team doesn't give up a safety. Like, this should be probably the most disciplined team because, again, look at the players they have up and down the roster. These are all veteran people who play the game very well, who are very disciplined human beings. They may talk a lot of trash, but at the end of the day, this is the team that you don't even need practice for these dudes to go out there and play. They just know, hey, listen, this is what we're going to do, and this is who we are, and we go out. Now, when they started forming, I'm like, started questioning, like, are y'all really who I thought you were? But now, coming back, it's like they're saying, hey, guys, let's put it all together. Again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You know what I mean? And they're going to probably finish great. But how they started, for me, was a little sus. It was like, dang, I expected more from you guys. But here we are. Oh, I know what's like in CT Menace. We've played in CT. CT's a whole other like country. It might as well be. It'll be sunny in Rhode Island and raining in CT with wind.
It's always rainy in CT.
Terrible roads too. But yeah, terrible roads.
Terrible. So
Dutch, my guy. I don't play in the spring. I really don't. Here's why I don't play in the spring. Because
it's too cold. You're Jamaican.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's way too cold. Yo, I remember when I first joined the Admirals, Pete was like, yeah, we practice in March. I was like, Pete, what? It's March. It's cold. It's cold outside. I went to a practice. I was like, I can understand why you win, bro, but it's too cold outside. Well, I was bundled up. I was like, no. Plus, Saturdays are hard in the spring for me. But you never know.
Yeah, so Menace wanted me to talk about the seeding again for the playoffs. Oh. Did I lose you, Frazier? Yeah, I lost you.
I'm here.
Yeah, I just got you on mute for a sec. So right now, as it stands right now, it's Falcons 1, Warhawks 2, Cardinals 3, Ducks 4.
All right.
As it stands right now. If the Ducks lose to the Falcons, they'll be 4-3. The Bulldogs will also be 4-3. Since the Bulldogs beat the Ducks, Bulldogs sneak into the 4th seed because they win the head-to-head battle. Falcons will get the 1 seed unless in 2 weeks when they face the Warhawks, whoever wins that would be the 1 seed. So I think regardless of what happens this weekend, that 1 seed is going to be up for grabs the last week of the season. So whether the Falcons win or lose this week, in 2 weeks, that's going to determine the 1 seed.
John, that was not the question. You're dancing around the question. Is 1 going to play 3 and 2 going to play 4?
What? Why would that happen?
Does the 1st seed play the 3rd seed? And the 2nd seed play the 4th seed?
In what world will the 1st seed play the 3rd seed?
I mean the 4th seed. Is it 1, 4, 2, 3?
One plays 4, 2 plays 3.
There you go. That's all.
What the hell is a 1-3? When the hell? Why would somebody do that?
Shut up. I messed up. Let's move on.
No, Menace wrote it. Or 1 verse 3, 2 verse 4. Why would that even be a thing?
John, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3.
Yes.
Menace. That's what you needed, my guy. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, like, why would
Dutch,
why would that be a thing?
34 with some wings on it, my boy. Dutchie's on the side. Messing with him.
So you beat up ref, still make playoffs. Crazy. No, that player is suspended, Sammy. He's gone he's out of the league. Gone. So why should a whole team be punished because a player's actions? So somebody just says, Sammy's like, so a player hits a ref and the team still has other players. If the whole team jumped a ref, yeah, the whole team would be gone. But yeah, that's once again another. The Ducks need to earn their spot. They should be in. They need to earn it. So what happens when Ducks win?
We'll have a conversation. We'll have a conversation about that. We'll have a conversation.
So if the Ducks win, they'll be 5-2, and then if the Ducks. Yeah, if the Ducks win, the Ducks can never. They can. You can only be the 4 seed. Whether you win unless the Cardinals lose because they're 4-6. So Cardinals could lose and be a 4 seed. I didn't think of that. So Ducks win, Cardinals lose. Yeah, that could happen. So
What if? What if? And just hear me out. What if?
Yep.
And nobody come for me. What if the Ducks beat the Falcons? Saying what if?
Yep. The Ducks will be 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
Falcons will be 5-1. Warhawks will be 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
And then if the Warhawks win, the Falcons will then be 5-2. Ducks will actually jump to the 4 seed unless the Falcons win. Then you're talking about coin toss. So you have a 3-way tie.
What?
Yes. So there is actually not every seed is in. I'm thinking about this right now. I'm looking at it. Not every seed has been. Yeah. So nothing's official. If Ducks win, they'll end up being 5-2.
Yeah.
So if the Ducks end up 5-2, the Cardinals end up 5-2, and the Warhawks end up 5-2. Because the Ducks beat the Warhawks and the Cardinals beat the Ducks, it'll go to a coin toss for the 2, 3, 4 seed.
Jesus Christ!
How that's gonna be awesome. Please, that's gonna be great.
That will be nutty.
Cardinals already clinched the playoffs. They can't lose. If they lose and they're 4-3, they beat the Bulldogs, so they will not. They could not be out of the playoffs. Cardinals are 100% in. It just depends on where they land. So Falcons,
couple weeks.
Falcons, Warhawks, and Cardinals. Because who the Falcons? Who the Cardinals play? They play. Let me pull that up.
I'm looking at the schedule only up to this week.
Yeah, I know. You got to look at the next. So week 9, they got the Cardinals play the Chargers. So the Chargers could.
Yeah,
Chargers could play upset and make the Cardinals 4 seed if the Ducks and the. Yeah, if the Ducks win. Wow. So is that? There's still a lot. It's not 100%, but they definitely clinched it no matter what. If the Cardinals lose, they clinch the playoffs. So.
Yeah. At least put some respect on that. I mean, you know what? Let me stop. Every team is worthy of their own work, man. Feel me?
So I see that. Yeah, Cardinals are locked in.
Hey, listen. I don't want anybody to lose or any. You know what I mean? But I would like to see chaos in this league. I would love to see chaos where I'm just saying 3-team
tie.
Like a 3-way tie for first or what? I mean, we may have to play an extra game just to decide who wins.
Yeah.
Hop on Madden.
No, we wouldn't.
Madden.
We wouldn't do an extra game. It'll go to a coin toss. It would not be an extra game.
Listen, no. This is what we do. If there is a tie, let's say going into playoff, there's a tie.
Yeah.
I want a live stream of Madden on here. Yes, live stream. We'll live stream a Madden game.
Let's go. We should do a live stream Madden tournament. ECFL Madden tournament live stream. What do you think?
You could do it. I would not be in it. I would not. I'll be honest with you. I would not. I'm trash. I'll be honest with you. I play Madden on all pro mode. I win games 6-0, bro.
Do you know who's pretty nasty at it? McNally and Chris Chris O'Connell.
Really?
They're both of them are pretty good at it.
I don't even play Madden that much. I don't have the time.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you right now. My PS5 gets used once a week, if that. Sometimes if my day off is good.
I haven't used mine, I think, all year. It's been crazy.
I'll buy it off of you because you're not going to use it anyway.
I have a 5-year-old. He'll use it eventually.
Oh.
So, but the best thing, my best Madden story, I'm going to talk about me real quick for 2 minutes because that's what I do best, right? I'm down in Florida. My brother's a huge Dolphin fan. If you guys don't know, my brother Paul loves the Miami Dolphins. He's just crazy about it. So went down for 3 weeks. I have a lot of stories on this one thing, but went down for 3 weeks in Fort Lauderdale area. Went to the Miami training camp. So I went just go to training camps and love football, but I was bored. I'm probably 16, 17 at the time. And they had a Madden tournament going. So I was like, oh, I'll play. And I dominated. I won every. This is 1997. So we're playing on the Sega Genesis, I think. But I just dominated everybody. I won
What'd
all
you
this
win?
Miami Dolphin stuff. I won like Miami Dolphin footballs, Miami Dolphin like it's just so much. And I'm like, I don't want a Hago ball. I just wanted to play to win. You know, but I felt bad to play like 10-year-olds. I'm like, yeah, take that.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah.
I saw that we're not having a stream this week or something like that. What's good? What's good with the stream situation?
What do you
That was
mean?
last week. The Ducks. That was the Ducks game last week, right? Ducks Cardinals
Well,
game.
so the streaming thing's a little. It's tough. So streaming costs money. These people aren't doing it for free. So
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so just so people know, Jim Harmon comes out of his pocket to pay for all the streams. Streams are very, very expensive. So he's paying for streaming. He's doing it himself. He does a lot still for the league. And
Okay.
just all the drama going on, teams disrespecting refs, teams disrespecting each other, players, just with all the crap. He's like, you know what? I'm going to save my money and wait for the summertime because if the players aren't going to respect the game and respect everything we do for them, why should we waste all of our money for that? And that's kind of, I'm speaking for him. I have no clue that's how he really feels, but that's how I think is going on. It's not cheap to do streams. I'm going to do my best to try to do it. And, I'm going to see, I'm working on Saturday. I'm going to see if I can drive. I'm 2.5 hours from the field. I'm going to try to get there myself and try to film it. So,
we're in New Hampshire?
No, I'm going to Falcons if I can get there.
Connecticut?
Yep. So I'm going to try, see if I can get there. Maybe I'll stay at Foxwoods for the night or something. We'll see. But it's
stage
just
5.
No, stage 5 will stay home with the kids.
Stage 5 right now.
She just messaged me, by the way.
I think this Madden thing is taking off, my guy. This Madden thing may be a thing.
Dave, I'm the Madden thing. You think we can get it going?
No.
I mean, hey, if you guys want to do it, I'm down. Hey, Dave,
No.
Huh? What?
No, I'm just saying, like, just to decide the playoffs. That's it, just to decide the playoffs.
Oh, I thought you meant like a tournament.
18 hours of streaming for somebody playing Madden is just diabolical. How can it be on here? I'm lucky I'm on for 2 hours here, man.
Yep.
By the way, my computer told me the pollen count today was ridiculous.
Is that what it is? That why you can't breathe right now?
Yeah, me neither, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, just so you guys know, for like streaming, I told you, like, I don't have any control over it. It wasn't being funded by the league. It was being funded by an individual person. That individual person doesn't want to fund it anymore. The league doesn't bring in a ton of money, regardless of what you guys think. So if someone doesn't want to volunteer because he doesn't want to do it anymore, doesn't want to sponsor it anymore, it is what it is. I wish I had a better answer for you guys. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to try doing it myself, try to get to Connecticut and see what happens. I don't want to promise anything, though, so that's why I'm not promoting it. If it goes on, it goes on. So we will try.
One bad apple kills it for the whole bunch.
And that's what it comes down to. And honestly, if that bad apple came to Marshfield and did that in Marshfield and we lost that field, I'd be pissed.
Gone.
You know, and like, I don't even know if AIC is going to be able to let any team play there anymore. Like, that's the stuff that we really think about as a league and as owners. And I've been preaching this all year. It's like, you got to get rid of these problem players. We can't have them on the team. And I know people think, oh, he's a great athlete and, you know, he's this and he's that. And like, in my opinion, you're better off not playing with that person to try to have a good organization and keep your team and keep the fields instead of having that bad look and have players that lose their cool very easily. So if, you know, I can't, I'm doing my best to try to clean it up. That's all. And it's going to be unpopular, but something's got to be done. And my job as a commissioner is to stop the BS, bring more respect to the game of football, and more respect to the league and more respect to your team owners, who these team owners, if you even knew half of what they do, you would be shocked. Like, they spend a lot of them spend most of their money on the team. They don't need to be spending their money on the team. They do it because they want to help people have an outlet to play this game. So you have to just in fact respecting that owner for doing that should be enough for you not to act like a fool. So
I agree.
that's all. there's my rant for the day. So, what else do we want to talk about today? So we talked about playoffs. You want to get into the schedule right now?
Before we get to the schedule, let's leave the schedule for the last thing.
All right, leave
I want
schedule
to talk
for.
about the craziness that was the NFL draft, my God. The absolute lunacy that was the NFL draft.
Let's hear it, because last time we left off in the draft.
Round one. We just did round one.
What's your take on it,
bro? So I posted this on my Facebook, and sometimes when you look at people and things, some people are too comfortable with things. You're just like, doesn't make sense. Here's my take. There was collusion in the draft, but not in the way that people think. So hear me out. It's wild, but I promise you, if you look it up, it's going to prove me right. I think the NFL colluded with Shador and was like, hey, listen, nobody watches round 2, 3 through 6, man. Okay? You are, and Travis Hunter, by far the most watched athletes out there. We need to make sure we get some views for this draft. You're in it. Travis Hunter's in it. What are you going to do? Travis Hunter, foregone conclusion. Going number 2, it is what it is. Would you wait till like the 5th round? We'll work out a deal somewhere. You know, we'll give you something. You know, deals, media deals, whatever. We'll make you a face of this or whatever. Wait till the 5th round. He's like, I don't want to do it. But Dion, being the ultimate marketer, was like, oh, we can make this the comeback story. Again, you got to think about the mind of the guy, right? Hey, he got pulled all the way down. Now he's with Cleveland Browns, beats out all these people. Now he's in second. He's a second QB. Middle to end of the season, Cleveland Browns suck. What are they going to put in? Starts going off, starts winning. You should have drafted him higher. But guess what happened? The draft had the most views of any draft ever. Look up the views. I promise you, the draft. Nobody watched the draft. I'm not watching past 3rd round next year. I could care less. But everybody stayed and watched for it. That's just my internet take on the whole thing.
So, you mean do you know how much money he's getting paid being a 5th round pick?
I don't care about a 5th. The kid already has enough money.
How much money is he getting?
I think just over $1 million, something like that.
$800,000.
Yeah. Okay.
You think? I don't know. Absolutely not.
Okay, hear me out. I'm a Chiefs fan. Fan. I am a Chiefs fan. I just want to say it before I say this. Yeah, David, again, it's the purpose. It's the purpose behind it, Dave. You got to look at the comeback story, how he fell from grace when nobody knew, blah, blah, blah. Give him a year and he elevates up and he's good.
Donnie, I agree with you. There's no way. Your ego, listen, your whole life is determined by where you draft. Do you think Trey Lance would have a job right now if he wasn't drafted in the 1st round?
Trey Lance was trash. I don't know why he picked him.
Do you think that's my point?
Stupid pick by the 49ers. Stupid pick.
That's my point. Do you think he would have a job in the NFL if he wasn't a 1st round draft pick?
Probably would.
No, he wouldn't. If he was a 5th round draft pick, he'd been kicked to the curb by now because he's that bad.
I'll tell you because Carson Wentz came from North Dakota State. They saw the Carson Wentz story. They're like, oh, Carson Wentz, he's good. The next guy behind him, same system, could be good. They chose him because of the system. Period. The end. No question. They thought the system that they had was going to come over to San Francisco and work. It's just not work. However, I'm going to tell you right now, 100%, Shador doesn't need the money. It's not a money thing. Even if it's an ego thing. If you look at the kid now, he's stupid humble. And through his draft, like, yeah, man, it's whatever. Like, nobody's that nonchalant throughout a draft. If I'm supposed to go 2 and I'm going 5th round, I'm supposed to go 1 or 2 over. I'll be heated. Nobody's that just chill. Like, man, just relax. He was on his Jamaican vibes. Everything Irish brother. You know what I mean? I tell a star, everything nice. Scene. No, bro. Nobody's like that, bro. It was too calm. I'll go back to my other point. Taylor Swift, right?
Yep.
When she started dating Travis Kelce, how many views the NFL got? The Super Bowl they were in was the single most watched Super Bowl ever because she was there.
Mm-hmm.
Views. The NFL is like, I'm not going to say any other people. The NFL is like certain people that run certain places. They'll do what they need to do to make it do what it do, baby. I'm just telling you that. And I would not put it past anybody to be like, listen, it's intriguing. The numbers are up. He's still getting, and now people are like, oh, don't even buy his jersey from the NFL store. Go buy it from his store. His online. Bro,
I don't know. That's a reach, man. What do you guys think? I want to see these comments. So let's see.
Look, I'm not saying that he didn't mess up by making his dad his agent. I'm not saying that. But if you think about how it is, come on, bro.
Okay.
It just it's cut too much it's a made for TV movie already.
Think about
right now.
What team would you? Okay, you're bringing this guy with a huge personality, right? Now, there's a reason why Tim Tebow was not in the NFL anymore. You can say he's trash, whatever. There's a reason why Colin Kaepernick's not in the league anymore. The personality can't be bigger than the talents that they have. Really? And Shador has a huge personality.
How long did Cam Newton play?
Cam Newton's talent was better than his personality. Cam Newton was a beast. Do you mean to tell me Cam Newton was not good?
I'm not saying it wasn't good. I'm just saying compared to everybody else, it wasn't. Brady was a cult of personality in New England forever. The man was a machine. Everybody would die and bleed for Brady. If Brady was like, I need 10 men to come down here and jump in front of a car just so I can make it, they'll do it. And so Brady was definitely big. So you cannot tell me it's a personality. Now, the back thing that I look at is Dion. Dion is probably the thing like nobody wants to deal with. Because again, you look at what he's doing in Colorado, look at the kind of players he's being, how he talks, how he's on social media all the time. He's a marketing machine. He's a marketing coach. He's what the NIL needs for them to make money. You have to market your team to make money. And that's what he's doing. The problem that we're not looking at, you have to look at things different. Business is business. I'm looking at this like a business move. If I'm Shador and I make the Cleveland Browns starting roster, guess what I could do? That's a movie I can have. What's his name? Hard Knocks is saying, we're not going there. So if Hard Knocks is not going there, he can then take his own video and bring his own content because his brother runs the content, bring it there. Now he goes up to the second. He's the second guy in the room, beating out 2 or 3 guys. Obviously, you can see he's naturally if he's naturally that good, right? Bro, you write a book about this, you make a movie about this. Dion's telling about this, bro. This is everything you want to be. Plus, the NFL got views. Let me tell you something. The NFL is a diabolical machine. They will do anything for views. They just said they're going to 16. They want to go to 16 games international. 16. They care nothing about spreading the game of football and making money. That's the NFL. Period. The end of question.
So you mean to tell me that they don't? So you mean to tell me the player, like Shador Sanders, son of Dion, is going to sacrifice basically his legacy for the NFL?
John, you're not looking at it the way it needs to be. Yes.
Okay. So you think the NFL? Okay, that's all. I mean, that's a good take. I disagree with you. I feel that
that's okay. We can disagree. We can disagree for sure.
I feel that those are the reasons is Dion going to be in the freaking locker room with the team? You know, like coaching as a coach.
The man's coaching in Colorado. Can do that.
I'm just saying, how involved was his father? How was the interview process? Did he even interview?
His dad was his agent. The dad was the agent. His dad was the agent, apparently. And they say they said the attitude. Listen, Lloyd, I like you. I really do. But come on, bro. Johnny Manziel was not. You cannot tell me Johnny Manziel was the cream of the crop, my guy.
And teams lived and learned.
Baker Mayfield was a dickhead.
He
got humbled. He got humbled in Cleveland.
He's still pretty good. You don't think Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback? He's a starting quarterback in the NFL. There's only 32 positions in the world.
Again, I can't. You're right. I can't even argue with that. I'm
And he's a playoff guy.
On a podcast. I'm sitting on a podcast talking about a guy. So you're right. That's
So-
facts. That's 100% facts.
Yeah. So,
Lloyd, I did see. The only one I would give them. The only one is Cam Ward. Lloyd, you cannot tell me Tyler Shuck is better than Shador. Tyler Shuck? Come on, bro. Dylan Gabriel even? Maybe. But if you put Shador in the Oregon offense, how good do you think he does?
so let me tell you this right here, though. As a team, taking a gamble on the player, because it is a gamble. The whole draft is a gamble. Who knows how these guys are when the bullets fly, right? You have, let's just say, pick a team, any team that you think Shador should have been drafted to.
Sure.
Who do you think?
Let's take the Steelers.
Steelers, right? Steelers, rumor has it, Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing there. So if you're Steelers, you know Aaron Rodgers is going to be there. Do you want this guy in there being like, I should be playing on the field. I should be out there. Why am I not playing?
How do you know he's going to say that?
I don't know. I'm just like, what if he had an interview? He was like that.
Aaron Rodgers has a year left of football in him, if that.
Exactly.
He's contemplating not even coming back. So you're an organization. You're going to risk Mason. Let's take the Steelers. You're going to risk Mason Rudolph, Aaron Rodgers for 1 year to probably pass up maybe good high percentage, very good high percent, the future of your franchise on 1 year. Unless you're tanking for Arch Manning. That's cool. That's fine.
That's what I was saying. Maybe they're waiting for Arch Manning.
But I'm just saying, now you got to fight for Arch Manning, who his dad and his uncle and his grandfather may step and be like, you're not going to do this. You're trash. So you're telling me that you're going to do that as a no, you can't tell me that. Mason Rudolph? Come on now. We're talking about Mason Rudolph. Again, quarterback in the NFL, making more money than me, doing this thing. Went D1, did all the things I didn't do. Give him full credit for it. But me as a judge on his production in the NFL, what was Jacksonville? I mean, no, Tennessee, right? Wasn't he in Tennessee backing up Will Levis? I think so. I know he was with the Steelers, but yeah, I think it was Tennessee. I think he was backing up Tannehill back then. Yeah. You can't do it. Come on.
Yeah.
No.
So, do you know who I really like that dropped a lot was Quinn Ewers. He dropped a lot. I liked him.
He should have stayed in college.
Yeah. But
not only for the money, but just for the experience. He should have stayed in college. He should have played all 4 years. Coming off an injury, and he goes to Miami, which again, Miami is a good position for him because check down gets the ball out. But you know, the funny thing, I saw John Gruden was like, "What's your cadence?" He's like, "I don't know. I just clap."
Oh Jesus!
He's like, all I did was clap. John Gruden's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "What's the dummy call?" He's like, "Clap twice." He was like, "Oh, okay." So I don't know what they're doing over there at Texas, but shout out to my man Matt Golden though. I'm a Matthew Golden fan right now. I don't know why. I'm a Matthew Golden fan.
Told you he's I think the best receiver coming out of that draft. I like that kid. And then should we have about Josh Simmons? Chiefs got him. So. Hey, everything we talked about is on film. So now when I come be like, I called that one. It's there.
We needed him. We needed him. We needed him.
And I did find it weird that not weird, but I did see the trend. It's like more. It was all like linemen, offensive, defensive linemen.
Oh, this was we called that from the beginning though.
Yeah. And Henderson. I'm excited about Henderson from the Pats picked up. That kid's pretty good, Travion Henderson. So he's the running back.
Yeah.
I think he's better than the Omarion guy. I had Omarion in like the third round, so late second round, third round, and I had Travion as my second best running back out of the draft if I was a college scout. So I think it'd be cool. I think he's like more of a. The thing I liked about him is his blocking as a running back, blocking out of the backfield. So love that. Yeah. So
think about your boys picking up. What's the center from? Oh yeah, here it is. Jared Wilson. They got him in like the fifth round.
Yeah, it's third round, I think, right?
Third round. Yeah. What do you think about that pick?
It's a good pick. I mean, you got to get the lineman there, you know. And they need a center. They have so you should know this. Well, you won't know this. You're not a quarterback. Quarterbacks have a certain center that they love. Like Jimmy Y loved drafting.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Right. Loved Crafty.
Loved him.
And
Yeah.
like you build that bond with him. I mean, you're basically grabbing,
Right.
well, not anymore, but back in the olden days, basically grabbing his nuts the whole game, you know? I mean, nowadays, everything's shotgun.
Jesus, man.
So
Jesus.
you have to have a good bond with him. And yeah, I remember like coaching high school football. It's so funny, like coaching freshmen. And you're like, no, get in there. Like, you got to get your hand under there. And like, players they're so shy. They're like, oh, I don't want to put my hand under his butt. You know, it's funny. But that's I thought the Patriots had a decent draft. They drafted what they needed, and
Yeah.
they got talent at the spots they needed, which was good. I like the Williams kid, the receiver. He's fast. Runs like a 4.3 something 40. You need that. He's like a good X receiver. They don't really need any more of those like
They
slot
need
guys.
speed. They for
Yeah.
sure needed speed. They need somebody to stretch the field, because the problem the Patriots have is defenses respected nobody, only the run game. That is all they respected was the run game.
Yeah, when you do that, I can barely hear you. Just let you know. Your microphone's like very soft volume, but
Hold on. Oh, hold on.
so Bunny knows the things about thing or two about being talented. So
hold on, this ad is playing.
So I don't know, Bunny, if you're still on here, but I remember hearing a story. I don't know how true it is, but
You hear me?
yeah, I got you. Yeah,
All right.
but there's a story about Bunny. He used to, I think, warm up with like bunny sandals on or something like that, or bunny like flip flops, or not flip flops. Those are what I'm looking for. But yeah, that's why they call him Bunny Jefferson. He's Lloyd Sousa around here. So yeah, but he could literally just jump out of his shoes. He was such a hell of an athlete, and I love watching Bunny play. I hated playing against him because he was just so talented. But yeah, we played slippers. That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Angelo.
Slippers.
Between him and Willie Ford, those are probably the two best athletes in Coleman.
Bro.
Coleman in his prime was just Coleman's still fucking good. So
for sure, big as hell, but good. Can't take him down, but good, good.
Yeah.
Yo, so I remember I was in it was the Outlaws. I think I have a picture of it. Right, I was young whippersnapper.
Yeah.
Out of high school, thought I was running through the NEFL at that time. Running through I was like, yeah, I'm a boss, I'm a receiver, blah blah blah. Willie Ford, I guess maybe a couple years. I just came out of I just left the NFL or something, and they're like, yeah, this guy was in the NFL, and I was like, he wasn't in the NFL. If he was in the NFL, he'd be in the league. You know what I mean? Why is he playing semi-pro?
Yep.
Bro, I caught, I think it was like a hitch or something, and I was like, oh, I'm out. I'm gone. I just knew I was gone. And I got tackled. I was like, what the hell happened? Around. And there was Willie Ford tackling me getting up. I was like, I went back to the HUD. I'm like, how the hell did he catch me? They're like, oh, that's Willie Ford.
What the hell? Who's that guy?
That's when I realized speed is different. Bro,
Yeah.
the NFL's even when I tried out, I got beat on a post as a safety. Now, if you play safety, you know how terrible it is to get beat on a post. And at that point, I knew it was over for me. I was in the slot. I was 12 to 15 yards. Balls snapped. I was 20 to 22. Gone. I was like, okay, bet. Everything. He goes to the corner. I was like, oh, 100%. Quarterback pumps. He comes to the post. I do a speed turn. A speed turn is obviously you've been beat. You know you've been beat, but you got to turn around and get there. Bro, I turned around. Dude was 6 yards ahead of me. I was like, yeah. Yeah, at that moment, I knew it's over.
There's been some really good athletes in this in the leagues. We played against some really good talent, and
couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Willie Ford was a welcome to the NEFL, this surreal NFL player. I was in Baltimore. Dude I did a speed turn. This man was gone. I was like, and this was like a 1AA kid too. He wasn't even D1. He was fast. I was like,
who?
This is when I had to try it with the NFL.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Ravens. I was in Maryland, and I was at their facility. Dog, when I tell you, he was running. I saw him go corner. He broke to the corner for like 3-4 yards. I was like, oh, this is easy. Gonna be a pick. I read this. I'm ahead of him. I'm settled down. But he came to the post. I was like, my guy, speed turn around, gone. I was like, yeah.
Man, I remember when I had the when I was working with the what the heck's that team called? There's a team called the Rhode Island Navigators, the NSFL, and there's this player that was. There's a lot of players, a lot of great players that showed up, because this is supposed to be a professional league. It was something I tried doing. That's basically how I took that after I left the Gladiators, and I was in tryouts. I had like great coaches. I had Dita Brock, who was a CFL Hall of Famer, Scott Utrin, who played at BC and the Patriots. Like these great coaches around me. And we get all these like talented players, and just like looking, there's a kid that played at Louisville, and like all these players, like, dude, how are you not like everybody there? Not everybody, because there's a lot of semi-pro people there too, but everybody that like came from like big schools, just the speed difference of them was amazing, so different, and that's the biggest thing that like Ryan Powdrell showed up to. He played for me, and
nasty,
and I asked him, I was like, what's the biggest difference? He goes, speed. He's like, this. So slow. It's like the speed in the NFL is so much faster.
Speed.
If anybody
when I came back, like now when I come back, like even if I'm just like, the only thing is like if somebody's taller than me, obviously it hampers my view. Like you can't do anything. Yeah. But like there's nobody I can be like. Markeem is probably the one dude I can be. He was shifty. You can be like, all right, bet. Like, you know what I mean? Like he can juke you.
Yeah.
But speed though, like I'm not wowed by anybody. Like he's quick, but I'm just telling you, bro. Like you can bring like a decent, like the number one FCS receiver could probably burn dudes in this league. Burn, gone. One step, dude. Just like it's like the NFL is like instant speed. Like I build up to my speed. I'm like a train. You know what I'm saying? These dudes just take off rocket.
They're like gazelles.
Gone, bro. That's crazy. So I never judge when people are like, "Oh yeah, the NFL." I'm like, I don't touch NFL receivers. Don't talk trash about not one of them. Even the worst guy in the NFL, the worst rated receiver in the NFL, is still nasty.
Yep.
The worst rated. I'm saying the worst at the very bottom, PFL number of 600, whatever it is, still nasty. I'm like, hey, man.
Yep. And there's so much talent out there, and that's why like. It's and like those guys work hard, and that's the thing. It's like they are. You look at those people; they always work hard, and they bust their butt, bust their hump, and that's why they are where they are. Was that?
Job.
Yeah,
it's a job.
Yep,
it's a job.
That's why they are.
I didn't realize
where they are.
I didn't realize how much work it took to be in the NFL until I was like working out. I was like, yo. I talked to a dude. He was from Alcorn State.
Yeah,
I went to a Division I like FBS All-Star game, whatever. And he was like, "Yeah, after I leave here, I'm hop on a flight, go back, and go to work because we got to leave." You're gonna what? What? I was like, "What are you gonna do?" Oh, he's training to work every day, 3 to 4 hours a day, every single day.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, UMass Dartmouth is not that.
UMass Dartmouth. Yeah, you never know.
They are not doing that every day. It was 3 to 4 hours every day. Cold, I was like, yeah. He's like, how you make it here? I was like, invite.
Yeah.
Invite. But the thing is, like, when you play with these dudes and you see you can keep up with them, you're like, I'm not that bad. Like,
yeah.
You know, I'm like, I'm okay. You know, like, but then you take it to another level. Yeah, I know I wasn't going to be in the NFL, bro. Like, I tried. I knocked the door opened. I walked. I turned right back out and was like, yeah, I'm not good. The money's great, though.
I knew you weren't going to be in the NFL when we went to the New England Surge tryout, and you couldn't put up a 225.
Listen, I still can't do that. The most times I've ever been able to put 225. The most? What do you think my max is?
10?
10.
Is that the max?
That's my max, 10. 10.
I mean, I know you too well.
Shout out to me for having long arms.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like,
so you play your arms.
Yeah. You give up a lot there. You feel me, my guy? I might peak when I was in JUCO. I did 10. That was it.
Wow. That's not bad though for a receiver though.
Bro, JUCO, if you think about the size that I am right now, I was 6'2" and a half, 245. Ran a 4.46 in JUCO.
Yeah.
That was the peak. That was the peak of my athletic ability. After that, everything was a decline. I declined after everything. 100% decline.
That's what happens. We get old and we
big time.
decline, you know. So
Even right now. I have, if I were to go run a 40 right now, I'm running like a 4.8, 4.9, 40. Probably 5 feet. Five flat.
Yeah.
Nah, I could pull off a 4.8. No, I could pull off 4.8.
Yeah. I'm probably at like a 5.5 right now. Dude, I better be sub 6. If not, I'm gonna have to do something.
Oh my god!
Imagine if I was running like honestly, I'm telling you, if I run a 40, I'm gonna go like 5 yards, pull my hamstring, and ask for oxygen.
Yo, with the pollen right now, couldn't even run it. I'll be like, yeah.
No. Oh man, not at all. So
yeah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the draft was pretty good. Teams did what they need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The team I wish my Chiefs did a little bit more though, but they did what they picked up a couple guards, a couple guys. The best, I think one of the better stories I heard after the draft was the guys who don't get signed. They're undrafted free agents that get invited to camp.
Yeah.
Good stories out there. Cam's Restrepo, he played at Miami with Cam.
Don't think I know him.
The kid is literally like a Wes Welker.
Yeah.
Cam Ward called the Titans and said, yo, go get him. They didn't get him. And so he kept calling. He was like, that's my guy. He's going to make it. Just give him a chance. And so after the draft, they're like, hey, listen, we want to, Cam been calling us. Cam's called us for like over and over and over.
Yeah.
And so we're going to invite you to draft. I was like, wow, that's cool. Then who else? This dude from Florida. Dude weighs like 413 pounds, bro. Desmond, I forgot his last name.
Jeez. That's insane.
Guy is an absolute unit. Big as all hell. Tampa Bay picked him up. I was like, okay, shout out to my man from Florida. Will he make it? I don't know. He's just a big dude, though. When I tell you he's a big dude, he's a big dude. If I'm running up against him, I'm going to the other hole. I don't care if I got to talk about somebody else, but I'm not letting you heat me, bro. That's a big dude. Tampa Bay putting him next to Vita Veda in the same hole. Come on, bro. Come on.
Pretty good goal line right there.
What? Crazy.
So, anyways, Big Red, I saw you message me. Yep. Just go 1-0 each week. Exactly. Watch out for the Chargers. I know they can. They have the will, the heart, and they're not going to give up. They're going to give a good game. And they're out this week in Bruins. So it's going to be interesting to watch that. I think the Bruins, in my opinion, I think they're doing great things. I think they're going to be a good team to watch. I think that, unfortunately, as much as I would love the Chargers to pull out the victory, I do think the Bruins are going to walk away with the victory against the Chargers this week. And Chargers people, don't hate me. Don't I know my inbox is going to blow up, and they're going to be like, "Watch this, we're going to beat them." I hope you guys do, but as I was looking at it, I think the Bruins have this is their chance to get off the schneid. I like to say they play a lot of good teams, tough. If they can find an offense, get their offense rolling, got one of the best athletes in Tajay Montgomery, and they should be good. It should be a good game to watch. And the other game, obviously, is the Ducks and Falcons. So excited about that, man. It's going to be a good week, and a lot's gonna go down. So I'm excited about this week and see what happens.
Listen, if you're a Duck, do me a favor, ball out. Falcons are coming. Falcons, 2 birds. Which is going to fly better? That's it. That's what we got to find. Which one's going to fly better? You know what I mean? A duck or a falcon? So we'll see how it goes. What were you saying now?
I was going to tell a story, but the Ducks might hate me if I do. So I live on a pond, as you know, and we have ducks in the pond. And I see these eagles, and we have bald eagles live here too. And the bald eagles like dive down to get the ducks, and ducks like duck in the water so they don't get hit. It's pretty cool watching that. I have a film of it. So, but I'm like, yeah, ducks would just duck out of the way from the falcon. But that sounds kind of bad, so I wasn't going to say that. But I said it anyways. So, what I do want to do is I want to pull up we haven't talked about it. No, not the schedule yet. I want to pull up the King of the Spring. We haven't talked about it in a couple of weeks. I want to pull up my nominations so far, going into the season, and just kind of see what you think as well. So,
All right.
this is it right here. So, King of the Spring.
No, I hate you, bro.
I still get
I
Dutch.
hate you.
What do you hate me about?
No, yo, you with the not you with the freaking things on here, bro.
Well, the graphics. I had time today.
Yes,
This is what happens when I have time.
Clearly, you have time today.
So, Dutchy, I have still in the hunt.
Yeah.
Dennis Coleman. I hope I spelled his name right. I don't know if it's one end or two ends, but this running back from the Falcons is nasty. He's shifty. He's fast. They have another receiver who's, I think, 85. John, I forget his name. God, I forget his name. He's pretty nasty too. But I went with Coleman because he just has a great. He's speed, shifty, fast. He plays defense as well. Obviously, Cologne is still there. He's a beast, as we all know. And I gotta say, Batch, he's been tearing it up as well. But these are my nominations so far for the season. Do you agree with those nominations, or do you? Anybody just want to add?
I'm trying to think. No, I can't. For my quarterback. Yeah, I hate to say this. I hate the fact that I'm going to say this right now. This pains me. Like, it hurts my soul.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll take Batch out and move him to. Is it Dana that plays in CT? That's their QB. Who's their QB?
The QB.
Yeah,
Donahue.
Donahue. Yeah. Donahue,
so you're gonna put Donahue over Batch, really? Yeah. And you hate Donahue too. Yeah, yes. That's crazy.
Yes, I do. These are facts. Here's why I'm going to do it. Okay, Batch, great QB, but has ups and downs. Okay, had a few good games, had a down, had an up, came back, resilient. I can't. If there's a 1, he's like my 1A. But David has flawless. Like him, hate him, play him how you want to. Dude's flawless. His team, he's willed them to victory. And in games where it's just like, he's brought him there. I got to go with the guy who's never lost. This is just facts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, if a guy's never lost, I have to make sure that he gets what he's due. Now, do I like him? Like I said, no, I despise you. Nothing against it. This is just a personal thing.
Yep.
But I think I have to give him the nod over Batch.
Okay.
That's about it.
I do know that, and Donahue's been playing good. He's definitely thought about having him there. I do think they run the ball a lot too. Coleman has been excellent. That's why they get a lot of the wins, because Donahue is selfless and he just wants to win football games, and I like that about him. But Batch who is also selfless, and they both have like the perfect attitude for a quarterback that I want on my team. So
I don't want Donahue on my team
though. The thing, you know what?
I don't want Donahue on my team.
So right. So the thing is with Batch is he is making plays with his feet and his arm to get where he needs to get. Like, he literally took the team. He needed to show up this week to beat the Bulldogs, and he did.
I agree with you. I'm not again. I give there's a 1A and a 1B. Batch is my 1B, but the guy who's never lost. It's like saying, listen, I'm driving and I've never made a mistake driving. But I got a guy who got a ticket one time. One record is perfect, one's not. The driving record is perfect for Donnie.
Let me tell you this right here. What if that's a bad analogy for what I want to combat with, but you put Batch up against the best defense, well, one of the best defenses in the Cardinals, and Batch still scored 16 points, where the Falcons scored 0.
But when did the Falcons? This was like one of their first games, isn't it? It wasn't like one of their first.
Yeah, it was week 1. Their first game they played. They won 2-0.
So I mean, we can't really grade anybody week 1, because week one is like, you know, I love week 1 of every sport, especially football. I bet all defense, no high scoring games, because offenses haven't figured it, they haven't gelled, they haven't done anything yet. So everybody on defense is gonna have a great time. Hey, we can do whatever we want to do because we know it's easier for us. Putting an offense together, having people gel, play the game, play correctly, know what they're doing every single time, it's not going to happen. So that's why I'm going to go there.
Okay.
That's
hey, that's your
sad take. With that being said,
talk about schedules.
Roll out the schedule for the summer, baby. You do have Connecticut Ravers in here spelled incorrect.
I have this spelled on the website. Probably.
If you look at the website, yeah.
Okay, so do you know what? I will start with them. So Connecticut Raiders are going to be. No, I'm going to start with the Bulls just because this is my thing. The Bulls are right here. So this is the Northeast Bulls schedule, and this is probably what everybody's been waiting for, a schedule release. So the Bulls start off with the Generals. That's going to be a great game. The champions of the AA moving up to the AAA World, playing the runners-up for the AAA last season. Both teams are going to be really, really good. This is the first game they open with. And then
wait, hold on. The Bulls lost to the Admirals, no?
Bulls lost to the Admirals. Yeah, you played against them.
Yeah.
Do you not remember that?
Yeah. Oh no, I remember. I'm just trying to make sure that Donahue knows.
Donahue's not even the quarterback there. This kid is right here.
Who is this
Pina.
kid? Dana? This is Dana and Donahue, two different people.
Who are you thinking of? Mike Pina. Pina is the quarterback for the Bulls.
Pina's the quarterback?
Yeah. Think about Pina Coladas.
Oh, that's the wide receiver. No,
Dana, I don't know who you're talking
receiver.
about.
He's a wide receiver.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, this is the Bulls schedule right here. The way the season works is we have 9 teams, right?
Yeah.
So, the Bulls play. So, there'll be 9 teams. There'll be 3 divisions of 3, basically. We're breaking it down. When I say divisions, just really for like travel. So, I get the 3 teams who are closest to each other. So, it's the Bulls, the Generals, and the Bruins. And it's the Raiders, the Lightning, and the Thundercats. And then it's the Titans, the Ravens, and the Oilers. You play each other twice. The winners of that division, so based only divisional record, the 3 winners of that make the playoffs. And then the best non-divisional record, because everybody plays everybody once after that, that best team gets that 4th seed in the playoffs. So you'll have a total of 4 teams in the playoffs, and then the 5 through 8 will play in that AA selection there. So, that's how we're kind of rolling with this playoffs this year. So that's the bowl schedule. Excited to see that. They're going to be playing the Jets.
Going to show up.
Was that? Who?
CT Raiders going to show up.
They will. Yeah. Next is the Valley Generals. These, I think, in my opinion, are the 2 teams that are going to be right there in the hunt, and they're both in the same division. So this is going to find out who's 1 or 2 to get in there. It's going to be, in my opinion, whoever wins this game week 1 is going to have that.
I have a question.
Advantage.
Question. This is just, if I'm a general, right? Valley General is what? North of Boston?
The Valley Generals are Connecticut.
No, they're Connecticut.
Derby, yep.
Yeah, Derby, yeah. I'm thinking about the other generals. Those are generals that play.
North Shore Generals.
Yeah. North Shore Generals, yeah. Question.
Yeah.
The game that is at like 3:00 in the afternoon on a Saturday.
Yep.
Can you eliminate those?
Nope.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, we are limited to field availability. So, yeah.
3:00 in the afternoon is diabolical.
They can go 1:00. That's even worse. So
that's like, I don't know. On a Saturday for me,
there's no perfect time for it.
7:00.
Okay, and now then the game gets over at 9:30. You have to drive home 2.5 hours at midnight.
That's better. At least I get there. At least I play.
I'm just saying. So after putting these schedules together, I look at the Valley Generals. If I had to pick the team with the toughest schedule, it's going to be the Valley Generals. I didn't know it when I was putting the schedules together, but they have 4 of their first 5 games away. So, but they also have 4 of their last 5 at home. So, glass half empty, glass half full.
That's how you got to make it up. Make it up in the back end, my man.
I did not mean to do that for them. It's hard putting the schedule together. That's just kind of how it fell.
Okay.
Then the other team in that division is going to be the Bruins.
Yep.
I have been calling them the Tri-City Bruins since I became a commissioner, so I want to apologize now. I just found out today that they're actually the Tri-State. So, Shanton, I do love you. I don't hate you. I am so
You
awful.
look at your spelling for state, my guy.
Oh, jeez, don't even look at that. These are
Sweet
not
baby
even. Thank you
Jesus.
for letting me know that. I have to change that. I'm going to change that
You
right
should
now.
proofread these. Definitely should proofread these.
Listen.
Just send them to me. You're excited. You're
You.
excited. I know. You're excited. You're excited to make the schedule. I know.
But this is an easy switch though. Boom, pop it off. Like this is just preliminary. I'm sending these out tomorrow.
Did you use Canva to make it? Or Canva, whatever his name
Maybe. I don't know. I did, yeah. So
it's lit though. I love it. I love it.
yeah, it's simple. You got to use technology. You have to use technology.
I love it.
The Tri-Sati, the Tri-State.
Yeah.
Wow, that is bad. I am bad. So let's go to the Lightning. We'll do that. Oh, that's the Oilers. We'll do the Oilers then. Here we go. I thought it was Lightning. I saw the yellow.
Okay, a little Mass team. Shout out to my teams in Mass.
Randolph Oilers, spelling right. Cool. Before we put these out tomorrow, that's why we're looking at the spelling now. So it's great. So the Oilers, though, they start with the Lightning week 1. So the Oilers will be playing the Titans and the Ravens in Rhode Island for that division. Yeah. And it's gonna be awesome. So this whole season, I can't wait for the summertime to get rolling too. So we got the Lightning, Generals. They have fairly simple schedule in the beginning. Gets really tough towards the end. Based on their travel and stuff like that. So it's gonna be fun to see what the Oilers can do. I know they're trying to capitalize. I'm hoping they capitalize on a lot of the players from the Braintree team there. So see what happens. Not to
be named that Braintree team.
The Braintree team. Then next is the Troy City Titans. So the Titans have a couple of Connecticut games in the beginning, but then they don't go to Connecticut till the end. But they play 2 of the top teams, as we would say, like the Bulls and Generals, both away. That's something that Coleman brought to my attention today. So sorry, man. But this is the schedule here. They do start with the Thundercats, the Lightning, then they play the Bulls, Ravens. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, and I'm excited to see these guys roll. So next we got the Roadie Ravens. So Ravens open up with the Bruins. It's going to be a great game. Love seeing that roll out there. And then they have pretty much a simple like home away, home away, home away, home, and home away, home. So a good balanced schedule for the Ravens on that. Then let's go to the last 3 teams. We got the Lightning, which I can't find their thing. We've got that's the Oilers, the Bruins. There it is, Connecticut Lightning. So Connecticut Lightning are back. They've got.
Where are they at?
They're out of Connecticut.
Yeah, I know that. It says Connecticut, but where in Connecticut?
More eastern. They're like most eastern Connecticut team out there. So they're on the, I want to say near the New Britain area, I think it was, but I'm not 100% sure. So
Troop, man. Troop.
It's New Britain. Whatever. I still have to learn my Connecticut location. Like I said, I'm still learning it. So, but this is the Connecticut Lightning here. And then we got the Thundercats as well. Got their picture of their championship a couple of years ago. They opened up with the Titans, Lightning, Oilers. So it was like this team will play the Lightning and the Raiders twice. And, then, like I said, the winner of this division will be in the first 4. And then lastly would be the CT Raiders. Now, like I said, when I talked to Connell about the spring, it was focus on building your squad for the summer.
Oh, okay.
I just had a sneeze right there. That was crazy. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. But, man, this pollen, this stuff is killing me. So the Raiders are looking to really get a lot of recruits going on. They have a lot of talent. I remember watching them, and they had a lot of talent. The first game against the Ducks, they just couldn't. They didn't have the line really at that game. So It's going to be interesting to see them. They open up with the Bruins and the Oilers. Then they hit the Generals. But they have a very balanced schedule as well. Home, away, home. So I'm very interested to see how these guys can really progress throughout the season. And hopefully they can prove a lot of naysayers wrong. So, like you, Frazier. So
I'm just saying that I'm not saying once you do me wrong, but it was a little diabolical what they did. But
well, listen,
again,
they
you had a tough situation to work with. I get it. I can't be
yeah,
mad about it. You have a tough situation. You have to do what you had to do. You know, so
and it wasn't on them. So players like
yeah.
I talked and I told him that I just been doing this a long time. I felt that it was better for the future of the program
Yeah.
to take the just focus on the summer right now, because
Right.
if you go out there and you're forfeiting games and you're not being able to play games and you don't have uniforms, you don't have it, just the optics of it just didn't look good. So
Yeah. You're not right. You're not wrong.
it's like let's make it right. Let's get you up to speed and
Yeah.
let's go. I just changed the tri-state to change that, so that's good now.
Sweet.
Um,
Awesome.
but yeah, that's
I
kind of it
appreciate that.
for 2025 summer. I'm excited to see us kick off and see what we can do. And what do you think about the graphics of the
I'm not gonna lie to you. Those were actually really good graphics. I, as a person who was somewhat in tune with media, I'm proud of what you did.
No, thank you.
Proud of what you did. How long did it take you to learn Canva? Like 15 years?
45 years, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's
No,
pretty good, man. It's good. It's good.
I've
You did a great job.
thank you. So I just think it'll look cool. Players will get these tomorrow. We're gonna launch them tomorrow, and I want to just proofread it again, make sure everything looks good, make sure everything adds up, lines up, and go from there. So, but
So anything cool for the championship? I know we had some background conversations offline of how the
so
championship's gonna go.
yeah, we're looking at getting a college facility, hopefully, to have that championship game at. And honestly, it's going to depend on. We just got to make sure that we're doing what we need to as a league and as teams and as players. So we can't spoil it, is what I'm saying. So if we get that nice college stadium, it'll be nice. We'll have it's going to be exciting. So that's kind of what we're looking for, hoping for. Nothing's etched in stone yet, but we're doing our best on locking that down. As for the spring, because of the issues going on in the spring, it's just like I said, the funding is not. We're working on spring right now. I think I'm just going to go the home team having the championships. I'm trying to get a neutral field on that. I can't get one right now. We're working on it, so we'll see what we can get on that. So
would be better. I mean, would be obviously better to have a neutral field, no?
Yeah. I'm just trying to lock one down. I'm calling a couple places, but yeah, my plan is to get a neutral field that we have on that. So, but yeah, what else should we talk about? We hit everything today. It's been an hour and a half.
I think we hit the whole. We hit everything that we want to talk about.
Awesome.
Talked about a little bit of drama going on in the league. You know, we talked about a little. We had the Ducks Cardinal recap, payoff pictures, the Zenith Bowl, which come to find out we need a couple of other weeks. We need like another 2 weeks to figure it out, because I think it could be a diabolical season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really if especially if CT takes a stumble this week, it's nuts. I like chaos in football. I like chaos, especially scheduling wise. You know what I mean, and seeing how it's going to turn out. Like
right.
You have to play the game, and the game means something. If you don't, you're not in. Like I love that. So
Angela says, "Beat your kids, not the refs."
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Oh man!
But yeah, I think we covered everything, man. Covered a little draft action. What do you think about your? Are you a Celtics fan?
Of course, I'm a Celtics fan.
I don't have to ask. I mean, I'm not a basketball guy. If I were to play basketball, I'd be like Dennis Rodman. I can rebound, and I could probably, anything inside the paint, I'm good.
So I could probably beat you playing basketball. What you're saying?
If you're shooting threes, yes. I still can't jump, not for nothing. But
you get like
it's
5 inches on me.
It's interesting. Oh yeah, for sure, dude. My arm alone is long. You.
Your arms are bigger than my body. It's crazy.
You see Anthony Edwards, right? He's the new Thanos of the NBA. He's just collecting rings, collecting. He's literally took KD out, took out LeBron. He's like, no, I want Steph Curry. I'm like, ooh, he's slowly becoming like, I wouldn't say that people want to put him as a face of the league. I wouldn't say face right now of the NBA.
Yeah.
I think I'll still give that to Tatum. Tatum is like the guy that holds the quote unquote look the NBA is looking for.
Yep.
But Ant is very good to watch.
He's
very good to watch.
When he was a first round pick, I was a first number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, out of Georgia.
I was like, really? Him?
Yeah.
And I'm eating my words now. But I didn't think he was going to be good. And he didn't even come out. He wasn't even good when he started. Like he was, I was like, oh, I knew he was a bust. And now he's like, okay, this guy can play. So
he has that like Michael Jordan attitude.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever watch clips of anybody talking about Jordan walked in the room, everybody was like, hey, just don't say nothing to the man. Just leave him alone. Who's guarding me today? 50 points. You know what I mean? But I definitely think Ant is nice. Jason Tatum holding it down for Boston. Very interested to see who's. I think I don't know what's going to happen with the Wolves. The T-Wolves. It's T-Wolves, right? Minnesota Wolves. Yeah.
Timberwolves. Yep.
But the most interesting, I think, is the Cavaliers to see where they come in.
Yeah.
Because they really just came on in the last year or two.
A couple years. Yep.
Yeah. But they haven't really I watched the game the other day. I think it was Miami where they put them like 45 points on them. Which in the NBA, that's listen, you just got spanked. Like put behind the woodshed, take home, and like go home. You know what I mean? 45 points in Miami Heat in a professional game is crazy. They were just throwing up threes everywhere. So I don't know. Dark horse, I think, is the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. I would say Boston's got to watch out.
I mean, they're the number 1 seed. How you call them a dark horse?
Because we all know the Celtics. Come on. It's like a foregone conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Like we all know what we need to know. But even though they're the number 1 seed, they're not tapped to win it. Nobody has them really winning except for people in Northeast Ohio. Shout out to Northeast Ohio because kid lives there and everything. But yeah, I'm just telling you, like Cleveland's gonna be very interesting to watch. Let's see how they do. But
I mean, they do have
Celtics,
Donovan Mitchell, who's a stud. So
nasty. The guy's he's an absolute machine. Absolute machine, bro. The guy, I watched him play, I was like, eesh. Again, I could never be the NBA. I'll be short in the NBA, actually.
Dude, I can't believe, who was it, Jazz? Who traded him? The Jazz? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe
Utah
the Jazz traded him. Like, he's a generational player. And it's like,
absolutely, 100%. Definitely face of the franchise type player.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. The East is actually really strong this year. The East is very strong.
Yeah.
Normally it's the West that's very strong. This year, the East is very strong.
Yep.
So I'll be watching the NBA. Definitely have an NBA little watch party.
Yep.
I'm not really. I'm getting into sports now because
you can.
I think I'm getting old, man. I think I'm getting old, bro.
No, you're not getting old.
That's how I feel like I'm getting old. I need to go golfing. By the way, we got to go golfing one day, bud.
Dude, absolutely. Owen golfs now.
What?
Yeah, Owen golfs.
Serious?
Yeah. Get out. He's decent. Like he's not bad. As for 5-year-olds, he's pretty good. So
probably better than me. I have clubs. They're sitting downstairs in the garage, chilling.
Yeah.
Haven't done anything with them.
We got to go. Do you know what? Let's screw the live stream tomorrow, Saturday. Let's go golfing instead.
They live to me. Yeah. Good.
Right.
but yeah, man. That's just the only thing I talk about. But it's good. Right now, it's the best time in sports for everybody. I think you got the NHL going. You got the NBA finals coming up. The draft just ended, and the NFL is about to start.
Yeah.
And the spring league is not like something I'm into. I don't know why I'm not into that league. I don't.
The UFL.
Yeah, I don't really get into it. I don't. It's just not. It's not appealing to me. I don't know why.
Yeah. I think it's just. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like football because it's football. Like I'll watch football everywhere.
I'll watch it, but it's not something I'm like, oh my god, I gotta sit on and watch a Battlehawks game or whatever.
Yeah.
But the way it's structured is sick. They all like So on the weekend, they all fly out from Arlington, Texas to these stadiums, play there. And after the game, they fly back to Arlington, Texas.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting. So they practice at
That's
one facility and they fly out. That's brilliant. So they probably have a. Do you know why they do that? Probably they'll only go to Texas. I bet it's for tax reasons. So that's one of the biggest things when I was working with the NSFL trying to get that league up and running.
Yeah.
The thing of Massachusetts, because we had the Boston Freedom Fighters, which I was a part of before the Rhode Island Navigators became a thing. And the biggest thing was in Mass. If we had to fly people down, so we had to like pay for their room and board, give them money. So basically, they were getting $500 a week or whatever it was for the salary. But if all the practices and stuff, it wouldn't meet up the minimum wage, and that was the issue. And like we couldn't pay them what we're paying them would have been we couldn't even meet minimum wage in Massachusetts. So I think down in Texas maybe it might be a little different. I'm not 100% sure, but I bet you room and board's a lot cheaper. All that's a lot cheaper in Texas than it is in New York and New Jersey. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Mass has something called a jock tax. You know that, right?
Yep.
Massachusetts for real, bro. 100%.
It's awful.
Massachusetts for real, bro. Like I'm not even. I read a budget proposal, not a budget proposal. How much they spent on like housing for like when they had like the immigrants and stuff like that. They spent like billions, bro. Billions, like with a B. I was like,
yeah, I know. I know
that money.
Yep.
They took it from like reserve funds. I think the Fall River Reporter broke it down like line by line. I was like,
I mean, I don't want to get political here.
No,
but
I'm just saying like
it's bad. And do you know what?
Mass
in the last election, we all in Massachusetts voted. I don't want to get political, so nobody posts anything about politicians. All I'm going to say is that we voted for the state to audit their expenses to make sure like everything is being. And now the state is trying to fight it, saying they don't want us to audit it. Why is that? Yeah,
something's wrong with that.
Something's up. Yeah, if like that's like your girlfriend saying you're cheating on me. I'm like, I'm not cheating on you. No, just trust me. Can I see your phone? Why do you use my phone? I'm not cheating on you. Just trust me. Like what? No. Right? You say that to your girlfriend, your wife, whatever. Oh, you get your ass kicked. No, you can't look at my phone. But just trust me, though. I'm not doing anything.
That's crazy, man.
It's bad.
That's crazy word.
Yeah. Angelo asked if I would even try to have an arena team, something more official than semi. I thought about it. I think about it a lot. I'm just I thought about it.
Yeah, man, but like where are you gonna play out of it? What teams are you gonna play? You gotta fly people, you gotta recruit people, you have to pay people, you have to find a field, and you gotta practice.
Yep.
That to me requires so much football in itself, if not the NFL. Football in itself, at any level besides the NFL, requires more investment than you're going to get the ROI.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Like even the Mass Pirates.
Yeah.
Good team, but I don't see the ROI. I just see knowing you own a sports team and cool, that's awesome, and it's in Mass, and maybe Worcester gives you some breaks, but unless you're having a good ROI, a football team is a bad investment. It's like a restaurant. It's a bad investment. You don't want to invest all your labor, man. It's just.
But if you turn it into a 501c3 like it did with the Hurricanes, it becomes a tax write-off.
It doesn't even matter. Even then, the investment's not worth because but you got to find enough people to invest to run that team.
Right.
Like imagine you join like the closest team would be like the Mass Pirates, the NAFL or whatever it's called.
Yep.
You have to fly teams like Colorado or something stupid like that. They got to fly. You got to fly like. You got to fly what? You're not. The thing about football is you're not flying like, it's not like basketball. You can just throw guys on with a bunch of basketballs and boom, show up at the court.
Right.
Or you're flying equipment. You're flying helmets. You're flying all this other stuff, bro. It's completely different animal. That's one thing I realized.
100%. 100%.
Football is way more intense of a game, especially on the back end, than any other sport. Imagine the Pats. You know why? If you look at teams, like if you look at like Alabama, okay, they have a Saturday game. Their equipment truck is leaving Thursday night, depending where they are. The equipment truck is a semi, and it's leaving with all the equipment, with all the game stuff, with all the communications, with all the surfaces, with everything like that. It's crazy. Women's semi-pro travel to all the states. Andrew, I'm not saying they don't, but I'm just saying from what I know, from what I've seen in football, well, again, we're talking about men here, Angelo. Shout out to the women for doing a great job of doing that. But with the comm stuff that they're doing, like just communications, like especially at the arena level.
Yeah. So
there's a reason the Philly Soul folded. Let's just say that way.
The who folded?
It's Philadelphia Soul.
Oh,
the AFL, which was great back in the day, though. I tried out for them. Shout out to them. They're not wrong now.
So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I think about a lot of things, and like my biggest thing now is how to make the ECFL better than all the other leagues out there, which is why we're doing this here. I think this is a good touch. It's a good way to, good way to do things, and it's not impossible. It's definitely not impossible. I've thought of things. I've talked to people about things. So, like, I've gone further than just a thought on that, Angelo. It is something that has crossed my mind. So I just don't know if there's a market. And honestly, I'm going to see how these next couple years or a year and see what happens if players that are coming up stop respecting the game and it's not going to be fun. I'm not going to risk my name and my name and my Angela says ECFL Fight Club, baby. Yes, that's a video on the forum set up. So like, I'm not going to risk my life, my money, my name on players that just want to fight, and it's something that I'm not for, and that's why I'm trying to clean this league up right now. And like, I want to get people stop doing the stupid crap on the field, talking, like, just try them out to play football. It's like, stop trying to talk to the sideline. Stop trying to, trash talking inside the lines, that's fine. But when you're talking to the other people, or, halftime you run your mouth talking to people, no, talk on the field. And I always tell people as a coach, let your pads do the talking. That's worse than any other word you can say, is let your pads do the talking. So. But yeah, that's about that for me. I'm not gonna. It's just something I thought about.
Angelo said you got to start lifetime betting people.
Oh, we just did
betting ownership.
Yeah. We just did. Yeah, that's exactly
It's hard not to talk trash because you're in a game where you, unlike the NBA or other sports, like your face is pretty much covered. Nobody sees what you're saying, so you can, and it's built into the game. It's a trash talking game. It's a very gladiator type game. You know what I mean? So I'm not. Yep. I agree with you with the trash talking, but as a man, you have to know when to say stop and when to keep going. I think as men, you just have to have that. All right, it's too far. Let's just stop. You know what I mean? I don't need to put my hands on you, no matter what you say. I remember one time someone was playing against me. I think it was the Bucks. Dude was talking trash. He's like, "You're old." I'm like, "Bro, just go home, man. You're fine. You're a young kid, man. I don't want to hurt you." Just kept going and going and going. I was like, all right, bro, whatever. Caught a ball out the backfield in Marshfield on their sideline. Literally, I lined him up and teed him up. Boop, dislocated his shoulder. Now, I didn't mean to dislocate his shoulder. I mean to hit him to him, shut up. But I didn't. After the game, I was like, man, you okay? He's like, no, I'm fine. But at the end of the day, like you said, talk between the lines. Let your pads do the talking. Know when to stop, It's never that serious. You make a mistake that could cost you your life. You know what I mean? You go, you do something stupid. Something happens to the person now, you're in jail for what? Doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? So that kind of stuff I don't agree with. You're right.
Oh yeah, you suck, you this, that, your mom wears army boots, whatever. You can say that shit. That's but what's that? Don't say that. But the thing that really, that's an old saying, by the way, show my age. It's the whole SMD stuff. Why would you even say anything like that to another grown man? Yeah. It's the thing I'm gonna when I talk about people's families, just that kind of stuff is not why? Yeah, you suck. You can't catch a ball. You have stone hands. You can't burn me. You're not going to run it. that stuff's fine. Like, that's football, like you said. It's the whole, like, I'm going to go to my trunk and pop my hood and pop
Yeah,
my trunk,
not
whatever.
necessary.
Like,
Not necessary. Not necessary. Not
you don't need
necessary.
to do
Be a
that
man.
shit.
Just
So,
be a man, bro. Be a man. That's unnecessary. Yeah,
yep, and it
I
is
agree
the
with you 100% on
dumbasses.
that.
And,
Yeah,
like,
you gotta.
Angelo makes a point here. He's like, yeah, every game have a police detail. Well, tell you what, just like field availability and players might not know, like, it's hard to get fields. And now if you're getting a police detail, not only is it going to cost you another $300 to have that game where players don't pay the dues anyways, but you also get on the back burner. Like, you're the last thing. So if there's no police available, you get no detail because there's no police available. So that's the stuff like it's not. That's the stuff that can get frustrating. And you think about just a game, just to have one game. The field could be anywhere from $500 to $1,500 just to rent the field for 4 hours. The refs are going to be $600. If that split is $300. So let's say the field is 1,000. I'll tell you what my hurricane was. The field was 1,000. The ref was 300 just to have a game. The EMT was 150, or the train was 150, 100 to 150 depends on the year they got. So what am I up to now? That's 17. Oh no, that's 1450. And then you had to help the players film person. Film person be anywhere from like 100 to 500, depends on what you get. Announcers, all that. I mean, you're looking at $2,000 for a home game. Now, if you're charging $10 at the gate, and if everybody pays, you need to have 200 people just to break even on that. If you charge $10 a gate, so that's the issue with semi-pro at these levels. The players, they think, oh, I can just play in the field and do whatever the hell I want. And I can, like, that's if you start thinking about what's involved and what these owners do for the players, you should be a lot more thankful and a lot more respectful. And that's where I'm at with that.
To move one more point, I know we're getting right to the end of the 11 here. How do you think you're going to grow the game in the future? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so you have this year,
Yep.
guys are not going to play. How do you feel that as a league, you can reach out to guys who are like, I mean, there's a bunch of D3 schools around here, or guys who are really good, who are not going to go to college, who are not going to do this, who want to probably play football. Is there something that the league is doing to reach out to these guys and say, hey, listen, this is still something fun that you can do. You can still enjoy the game, be respectful of the game, and still do what you're doing. Come play for us. Because again, a lot of these D3 cats, maybe like 2 or 3 of them maybe going, go play somewhere else. Maybe, right? Especially with like the portal now, a couple people. But there's so many people who leave high school and college who don't play football. How would you reach those people to get them in and say, hey, listen, or do you leave that up to the owners?
So the owners are the ones who should be the ones doing it because it's their team. I will give them everything I used to do, and I've done a pretty good job of recruiting. We always had a lot of young people coming into the games, but for all the owners out there, what you want to do is, and I'll go back to answer your question as well, but because you have another question, it's like a two-part. But for owners out there, is I used to always attack VOTEC schools. The reason being, a lot of people that go to the VOTEC, they don't typically go to college; they typically work. That if they love the game of football, they're like, oh, I can still play football even after this. So there's a lot of sites you can use to find people. So I would send letters. Like, we sent letters last year as Hurricanes to try to build for the future. And I'm telling you, by now we would have had probably 10 players because I still get phone calls. Hey, you guys still looking for players? And it's like, unfortunately, I don't have the team anymore. So the way you use Max Preps. You familiar with that website? So Max Preps is a website, and you can Google not Google, but you can go to any town, any team, and you can pull up all the high school rosters. Once you have the high school roster, go find them on Facebook, find them on Instagram. Like, it's a lot of work, and if owners do it, if all the owners did it, I think we could get a good pool of young players coming in and that want to play football, and they don't have that semi-pro atmosphere that's out there now, and that's going to answer the first part of your question is what am I doing for semi-pro? Is I have to make the image different because right now the image of semi-pro is what 37U, right? Am I right?
Yo, you did, bro. That is so funny. You just said that.
That's what people think. They see these videos
Oh
out
my
there.
god,
You see these videos. You see
bro.
people who don't know what they're doing. You see videos of people going outside fighting people after games. You see videos of
Holy.
2 championship games in New England last year. The 2 top championship games both ended in brawls. And
Yeah.
if I'm any type of a college athlete
Not doing it.
and I see that, I don't want to play. Why am I going to risk my life? Why am I going to risk for the stupid?
Yeah.
These guys don't respect the game.
Yeah.
So you can't get good players if you have a bunch of players.
Sunshine Bowl said the thing. Sunshine Bowl said,
Was that?
yeah, Sunshine Bowl said last year when we were there at the Sunshine Bowl, they were just like, listen, last year 2 games ended with a fight.
Yeah.
Sadly, and they're like, we are on thin ice. So we've been doing this for 20-some years, and we're on thin ice. So if you can't respect this, we don't want you here.
Yeah.
So play the game, end the game, be respectful, and leave.
Yep.
Don't do anything stupid, and go from there. So, yeah, I mean, everybody's actions, has an unintended reaction and a consequence for that action, and it just further, to the detriment of a lot of teams. I mean, even now, imagine if all these semi-pro teams that started when we were here keep those teams like when I started in 2003, and then add the new teams that are here right now, it would be huge. It would be huge. Like pretty much every city would have one. Every city would probably, South Shore Olives will still be there. The Olives still be there. Gladiators still be there.
But why aren't they?
Bad management. People.
Yep.
People probably. People problems.
People.
People problem.
Like the Hurricanes, we left because I had an injury. Like I had an eye issue. I didn't know if I could see again. Like shit like that happens just to good organizations, and it happens. Like sometimes, like the Marlboro Shamrocks, it just happened. Like it got old. They couldn't really swing it. Players probably weren't paying their dues, and not only that, but one thing I tried doing, and it's something I really focus on trying to do, is build a community awareness. And in 2017, 18, 19, 20, we had 2019, we had a ton of community awareness. And then
we did a lot.
COVID hit.
Club was huge,
Yep, we couldn't do anything. Remember the playoff game, Boys and Girls Club against the Phoenix?
Yeah, all the kids were out there. Yeah.
There were over that game, income wise, was the second best I've had my whole career of owning teams, both Gladiators and that game almost eclipsed the amount of money brought in than the Gladiators Cobras championship game in 2011. That's how much money we brought in from that. So like it was great. And then COVID hit, we lost the Boys and Girls Club, and then we just couldn't get it. We had over 1,000 people at that game. We had how many kids? Hundreds of kids running on the field at halftime.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that I love doing about this game. And that's the stuff that I feel like. But now I don't even want to bring my kids to games. I'm afraid someone's going to pull out a gun because people are talking crazy out there. And it's like I shouldn't have to feel that way. And I know other people feel that way. They're not going to bring their kids to games because of all the fighting going on, because of all the bad things that people like. If you start respecting the game, we're going to get better players and more players and better teams, and it'll just be a better atmosphere. And that's why we're doing this right here. This is like one of my plans. I have these podcasts to, voice out like, guys, I don't want you being assholes on the football field. Like, respect the game. If you can't respect it, go fight MMA. That's just my thing.
No,
Anywho,
you're right.
What do you think?
Great night, my man. Great time.
Good night.
Me personally, I would never. I don't think. Because my daughter's come to games before, and I just don't want to have that image, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I work in a place where people come in. I remember somebody came and was like, "Do I know you from somewhere?" I was like, "You have no idea. I'm in Rhode Island. I don't know who you are. I'm from Mass. Like they're like, no, I've seen you before. I'm like, nope, don't know you. You play football? Wait, pause. How? You know what I mean? I had the owner of the what's the Rhode Island team? I want to say Rampage. What's the Rhode
Riptide,
Island team?
Rampage too. Yeah,
Riptide.
yep.
He came. He was like, you play football? And I was like, do I look like I play football? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. And again, this is at work.
Right.
So if people come in and see you in a workplace and they see what you did on Saturday, they're gonna be like, nah, bro, I'm not buying a car from you. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not gonna give my confidence or or my business or whatever it is to you because you don't represent who I want to see or who are my kids to see. And so
Yep.
I was looking at life like that. Like if what I'm doing doesn't represent the people that are gonna look at me in public, then that's something I'm not gonna do.
Yep.
So I will definitely hit you hard for sure. For sure. I'll decapitate you 100%. 100 I because in between the lines that's allowed. You know what I mean? But you're never gonna see me take my helmet and swing at you.
Right.
I'm just not gonna do that. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't do anything to me. Because at the end of the day, like you hit me the wrong way, my knee's done, my ankle's done, rib is done. I'm done playing. Like I'm too old for this, man. I'm too old. I got too much in life to worry about than some young YN trying to do something stupid. So, but
Yep.
yeah, I agree.
That's
I agree
why.
with what you're saying.
Excuse me. We just need to teach these guys, with like especially like the fresh guy. I love getting players that didn't play semi-pro before, and they show up. They expect like organization and discipline,
to
and
be organized. Yeah,
and then they see all these other people. I
Is
remember
there a player code of conduct?
I'm gonna implement one go forward because
I think you should roll that out. I think you should roll that out of the league. Type one up, do it, and make every player sign it.
Well, you
on file.
like the one they had with the Hurricanes. I might do the same thing for the league.
Yeah,
I gotta take out the weed part though, because that doesn't. That's not gonna fly anymore. So
I mean, okay, you can't control a man's life,
right?
But on the field, your actions, and your reactions need to be that of a man. And if those actions and reactions don't do it, I don't care who you want, who you talk to, who you know, who you can appeal to. You'd make that mistake. You know that you're not going to be on the team anymore.
Yep.
And that player and the people next to you who count on you every week to be great and to help them win, you're going to let them down.
Yeah.
I think that's something you probably should roll out, that every team has to sign one and then send it into the league along with their player profile, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So,
no, good point.
Or have them do it online.
Yeah, good
they
point.
They can sign it online.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I did with the Hurricanes. Everything was digital. I turned everything digitally. I can do that easily here, but we'll get there. It's going to take some time, but it's something that we'll get there eventually. My goal is to bring back the respect of the game and bring it back to where players can I know, right? Players can enjoy it and bring the family and
I almost swung at you, Angelo. When you tried to take me out of the game, I looked at you like you had like 5 heads. I was like, you know who I am? I remember when he first started coaching. It's like, yeah, I'm going to coach. I'm like, who that? Dude with a beard? Like, what? And the funny thing, too, we had somebody on the team and he spoke Portuguese. I was like, wait.
Oh, Lucas.
Portuguese?
Yes, and Antonio. Yeah.
Like,
and Wellington,
I was like, who was this cat? He's like, oh, yeah, Frazier. But I was always respectful to him, though. But when he took me, I remember he took me out. He was like, Frazier, come on. I was like, what?
Frazier doesn't know what he's doing out there. I'm calling blah, 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 blah. Frazier's not doing it. Yeah. Oh, well.
But no.
Yeah.
All right, man.
But, hey, man, it's been always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Next week, same time, same place.
What time are we getting on? 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock. Yeah, I'm changing to 9. Do you want to go to 8:30? I can do 8:30 on Thursdays. I thought Thursdays.
I'm fine at 8:30 on Thursdays. I have no commitments on Thursdays. Thursdays open. I don't even talk to nobody on Thursdays.
Cool.
8 o'clock. Everybody knows it's a wrap. So
all right. So we're gonna go 8:30 again, starting back to 8:30 next week, and I think 8:30 is good because we end at like 10ish, 10:30. It's not too late. People are going to bed. Yeah. So 8:30 to get a nice
capture more audience.
Yeah. But thank you guys for being on. I know we had a bunch of people on today. I appreciate it. Thank you for that. And thanks for the comments, Angelo. You're like my favorite favorite guest there. Love it. And yeah, man. So we will drop into the zone from drop into the zone. That's right. Frazier drop into the zone. We play man or something like that.
Play freaking DN. Terrible things. The worst thing I could do in my life. I hate that position for me, by the way. Just for me.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I got you. I love that position. I think it's great, and I'm never going on vacation again. You're right, Angelo. I go on vacation and people act a fool on the football field. So, that being said, everybody, thank you for watching. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys want to hear about next week. We can chat about whatever you guys want here on the next episode as a football spirals. Fraser, anything you want to say?
No, man. Have a great night. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Take it easy.
Stadium lights glisten like disco balls. Quarterback flows dodging D-line walls. End zone dreams in the hearts of teams. Hustle on the field, ain't no in-betweens. As the football spirals, fate unravels. Heartbeats sink, players travel. Grind don't stop, whistle blows echo. Field warriors, the heroes. Echo, cleats dig deep, turf beneath. Receivers leap like a midnight thief. Touchdown dances, crowd in trances. Game time magic, endless chance. As the football spirals, fate unravels. Heartbeats sink, players travel. Grind don't stop, whistle blows echo. Field warriors, the heroes. Echo. Coaches with plans, plays drawn in sand. Grit and sweat, team tighter than a band. Hail Mary hopes, defenders in scopes. Victory's a taste, better than a rope. Cheers rain loud, pride in the crowd. Moments freeze, memories are vowed. Helmet to helmet, clash and conquer. Legends born, others left to ponder. As the football spirals, fate unravels. Heartbeats sink, players travel. Grind don't stop, whistle blows echo. Field warriors, the heroes. Echo. Dig deep, turf beneath. Receivers leap like a midnight thief. Touchdown dances, crowd in trances. Game time magic, endless chance. As the football spirals, fate unravels. Heartbeats sink, players travel. Grind don't stop, whistle blows echo. Field warriors, the heroes. Echo. Coaches with plans, plays drawn in sand. Grit and sweat, team tighter than a band. Hail Mary hopes, defenders in scopes.